One Owner Car Guy, oneownercarguy.com, and I'm going to put together a different kind of series here than what I've normally got. And it just came to me a couple weeks ago as I was dealing with people that call me on cars and how the whole car buying process works. And what I'm going to kind of call this or do in this is a how not to buy cars type of a series. I'm here in my W140. I love these cars. This is an 89,000 mile, one owner car. It's got a little bit of a, listen, watch. You see it just basically dropped and cut out. I don't like that. And I try to disclose everything about every kind of problem in my cars when I list them, to where if somebody's looking in Europe and China and right down the street, they can look at my video and see exactly what's wrong with it and what they're going to need to do to get it to be a good car. Because when you're buying a used car, you got to understand it's not going to be perfect. And usually you can tell from the ad exactly what kind of a car seller you're dealing with. Used to be in the days of the classified, you didn't have very much to go on. You had like, I don't know, 15 words, 20 words max. Some of them were a bit bigger, and it just was a cost to build them ads like that. Nowadays, it's unlimited space and everything. You can tell when you go on eBay, like if there's nothing there, maybe the person just didn't know how to put it on there, bad pictures. You kind of get a hint sometimes that maybe they're trying to hide something. It's like the whole passenger side is crunched, and like there's not a picture of that side in the whole ad anywhere when you look on Craigslist or eBay. You know what I mean. My stuff, if there's dents, if there's dings, I show it. I'm going to tell you straight up, hey, look at this ding. Look at this big freaking dent here. You know, so by the time the person gets to the car, if they're looking at it, at my place, they already know about the damage. And so for me, sometimes it's a bit more frustrating as a seller when people try to use things like that as a negotiation tactic. And of course, I do price that stuff in. Of course, I will negotiate on stuff. But there's ways to negotiate that's going to be better for you. That's probably going to get you a lot better of a response from your seller than other ways and such out of you would get you a negative response from your seller. It's quite easily, possibly it's easy to get a bad response out of me when I'm selling a car. If somebody calls up, and we're going to deal right now with this situation, this will be like people that have to constantly try and remind you what they have. In other words, I'm selling a Pinto, and this is going to be about a Pinto. Ah, Pinto, stop it, okay? They're good cars, and they really didn't blow up. It was a rumor, and then by the time the rumor was able to be debunked, the whole recant of the rumor wasn't exactly as big of a public thing as the whole, hey, they blow up type of thing. But I actually found that out on Wikipedia a while back when I was selling one of them. So it's a nice Pinto, good little project Pinto, etc. And this is the one I'm going to deal with. You can't beat on people about things they've already said. In other words, you know, let's say the engine's knocking on your car, and you're selling your car, and it's like knock, 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 and you're like, well, I'm sorry, man, it's just, I don't know what's wrong with the motor, it's knocking away, and, you know, I'm just selling it like it is. And then here comes the person to make you an offer. After they look for like 20 minutes, they go, well, you know, the motor's shot, right? Yeah, idiot. I know the frickin' motor's shot. You done piss me off now when you say that. After you waste them, I don't even stick around when people look anymore. I go do something for 10 minutes and come back because I ain't waiting around. And when people come at you like that, after you've already said, hey, my motor's shot. Well, you know your motor's shot, right? And I swear to God, it's that stinking literal to where they exactly come back and say exactly what you just told them. It's annoying. That's not going to get you any favors when it comes to negotiating. You've almost got me ready to walk away at that point. There's other things that'll really get people and sellers irked or just not in the mood to deal. Whether you piss somebody off or not isn't really the question. The question is, are they going to be in the proper mindset to receive the offer you want to give them? There's a practical, real price with everything. And that meaning, as a seller, a lot of people are emotionally attached and they see the blue book value and what some people are asking and this and that and the other. I'm going to do a quick walk around and show you some of the cars here afterwards after I get done talking here. But they see all this and so they think, oh, my Grand Am, I'm going to use the car right next to me. Let's say this car that I'm in. I'm in a 95 S-Class Mercedes with 89,000 original miles. Well, my car blue books out at about, 9,000 to 10,000 high, and, I don't know, it's real clean, it's got low miles, so my car's worth at least 85, 9,500. Well, that's not really the way it works. In this scenario, this car's probably worth about 55 to 65, maybe 75, 6 to 75. 6 to 7 is a real nice sweet spot. A great value where you could buy it when somebody's really looking to sell is 5,500 maybe. To get it close, what you want, a lot of things like that. Sometimes it's worth a few extra more hundred here or there. My point of this is the car really is worth around 6 grand or so, and somebody thinks it's worth 9 or 10, they are 50, 60% above what the car is worth before you even go. So it comes to be a point where you've got to make a deal, and there's got to be some dealings in these deals when you are on eBay or on Craigslist trying to make a deal. There's also the group of people that are just listing stuff cheap, and it's on there cheap, and they may have it listed for like $4,000 or something, and it's a deal, and in your heart you got to get over there and look right now. And if you don't get over there right now and look at this 89,000 original mile car on Craigslist, that actually it's going to be on my website, oneownercarguy.com, that it's going to be sold $4 grand. Woo, buddy! I wouldn't really take that for this car. I would take about 48. So in your head, hey, this is a good deal, I gotta buy this car. Well, if you don't, you know how it is. You go back to that link and it's gone. It's disappeared. The author has removed the posting or something to that effect. So you go over, you look at the car, you want to make sure you can get the best deal. Even though they're cheap, there may be still room to deal, but you don't know where that buyer-seller is in their mindset on this car. Where they are that day, maybe just their mood in general makes them not want to deal with you specifically because you irk them the wrong way or something. I've dealt with people that irk me the wrong way. So basically, you've got to get them to like you. You're selling you. You're not buying a car, you're selling you. And that's what you need to put your best foot forward on, and ask them about the car. Ask them any question you would want to about this 89,000 mile S500. Serious. Ask anything you want, but at the same time, once they answer your question, don't throw it back in their face. If it's wrong with the car, it's wrong with the car. That's the way it is. Accept it, move on from it, leave it. I'm going to throw in some graphics or whatever. I'm going to show a screen share of the actual question I got from this guy, and then I'll do a rant about it for a minute or something after that. I'm going to get out. I don't know if you can see or hear that little stall. Watch the tack. Just cuts out. Listen underneath. Now, for instance, you come to look at this car for me, I'm going to tell you what's wrong with this car and that it does that. That's just what I do for my buyers. This car here, nice car. We've taken it to Montana quite a few times. I believe we've put 10,000 miles on it. 12, maybe. What's it got on it now? 53,000. You can tell Samantha's been driving it because there's a lot of room behind the seat. That is the deal. Lots of cars. Look at Breeder. BeaglesPocket.com. She's a good dog. It's a good dog. You waiting for me to get done with the video? Breeder! Breeder! BeaglesPocket.com. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, she wants attention and to act very sad. Okay, I gotta let that warm up. I'm gonna show you some infographics here or whatever. I'll pop them right into this screen and you'll see them just like that. Nice cars, man, all for sale. I should show you over the hill while I'm at it. I'll do it in a second here. Okay, so here's this message. It's on my Pinto. First, feel free to check my eBay history just to confirm that I am a possible quotation mark valid buyer. Now, car guy to car buyer, quotation mark and stuff. You know it's a Pinto, right? Let's start there. Well, buddy, you done took a left-hand turn down a right-hand road there with me. Screw you. I'm already not liking you. Let's start there. If I were to fly out to California from Ohio and make a cool, memorable trip home via Route 66, did it when I was young, couple of questions. Now that part's cool, that's really cool. That'd be fun, etc., etc. Do you think she would make it? Now, don't misunderstand me. I realize her age and condition. I'm simply asking, is there anything you would see major wrong with engine or drivetrain? Well, I say right in the ads and videos that I wouldn't drive this around a whole country and stuff and drive a car like this old. But he's asking in a way that's, generally be a sociable way. Hey, don't misunderstand me. I realize the condition. And so he's in the know. He's in the know. Now, 2, what kind of price can we agree on? Considering the distance, cost of flight, and travel time, and cost, lodging, food, gas, possible repairs, ? Or do you have a good shipper? Really? For reals? Seriously? Number 1, you done lost me at, you do know it's a Pinto, right? Yeah, jerky. I know it's a frickin' Pinto. I can read the description I built and the time I said Pinto about 17 times through the ad and about 40 through the video. So I know it's a Pinto. So that's a bad place to start. It's a very bad way to go. And then the other end, can you tell me the best deal you would give me after we figure in my costs, my lodging, my food, my cost per mile of my tax deductible write-off of the thing and the possibility if it breaks down? Can you give me an extension A, B, and C to where I can figure it, like if I have a broken hose, how much it'll cost me? How much will the trip cost me if I go and my alternator goes out? You know what? You're just making the whole deal too complicated. If you're ballsy enough to go make the trip, which is crazy, I tell you right in my videos, hey, I wouldn't drive this cross country. I'm not going to drive these old cars cross country. I probably wouldn't drive that car cross country. I just did the black one, but I'd driven it around town for about 2,000-3,000 miles, and I trusted the car a whole lot. Something that's been sitting like I'm describing they are in my ads? No! I'm not going to drive it across country. I don't care if you go Route 66 or Route 626. I don't care. I wouldn't do that. And trying to complicate the issue and ask, hey, these kind of questions about if I possibly break down, what kind of a deal could you... trying to find a reason to get somebody to give you a discount is probably not the best way to go with it, unless you're going to go with the personal reason of, hey, I don't have the money. My wife left me and my dog just died and I had to pay a vet bill and my butt hurts really bad and I've got to go see a doctor tonight, so I'll only give you $35. Something to that effect might work before it's like, well, this is a Pinto, right? Okay, well, as long as you know that. Other parts could be bad, so you might have an issue there, and you could have an alternator across country. Well, if you have that, you're gonna tick me off. I ain't gonna sell you my car. Here comes the bullshipper F350, got the horns and stuff all on it, and all that. He's slowing down in case I'm making a video. Let me know how you like this kind of a video. I'm gonna do about 6 more things that you don't do when you're trying to buy a damn car. And I'm gonna upload them all here to this channel and we'll see what it does. Like, for sure. Subscribe if you're not. Comments down below. Yeah, I keep pushing down below. Click the show more and look at the description. I'll put some links in there for you. Thanks for watching. Have a great deal. Have a great time. Great day or night. Whatever it is, wherever you are. Thanks for watching. OneOwnerCarGuide.com, BeaglesPocket.com. That's that. How not to buy a car.